What if I told you this entire 3D website took me just 30 minutes? No developer, no code, just two AI tools most developers haven't tried together yet, and I'm gonna show you how I built this. So this is the actual website that I built here, which is a scroll through beautiful animation here. So the cup is like breaking and the coffee is falling apart and everything. And a marketing view. There we have it. And this is for a coffee shop, coffee company website. We have this beautiful animations like this. And yeah, it's like it's a simple website which has animations. Like the main purpose of this is what I want to show you this one, how I actually build this scroll through animation, and it's way much easier than you think it is. It's way easier. And I'm going to show you step by step how I build this. So now for this system to build, I've been using Claude Code and Antigravity to build the system for me, mostly anti-gravity because for Gemini 3.1 because it builds like beautiful websites as well. And for error handling, I've been using Claude Code. It also does it well. So like you can any of that, as you can also use here Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet from anti-gravity, or you can just directly use here anti-gravity directly here. So, first of all, what I did is I generated a Nano Banana Pro image of this, and let me show you how I did that. So, just go to AI Studio and just open this. So now I open Google AI Studio, and you can use Hixfield or any of the studio where you can have the access of Nano Banana 2 or Nano Banana Pro. I've been using Nano Banana Pro here. So what I did was I generated this image of an iced coffee, which is for an iced coffee in clear disposable plastic cup with dome lid filled with transparent ice cubes. So professional beverage photography. So I have generated this one, and then I have generated another image of this using the reference of this image, where I just told it to burst it open. Like, okay, we have this marketing material which is burst it open, like we have seen in marketing ads about these coffee, right? And then using that, and then I downloaded both of these files, and then I head back to Google Flow. So you can just get Google Flow here, so which is Google Flow here, and then I just come down to this. I just tapped on video and then frames and then this one, and then what I did was I just got the start and the end, which is the start, which is this one generated image, and this is for the end image, and then I wrote the prompt, which is basically to have to animate burst it open in a smooth animation that is lasting for like 5 to 8 seconds long. And then using that, it just generated me two of the video here, which is first of all, as you can see, this one, something like this, and then we have something like this. So I just used this one exactly. So I just used this one, and that's how I generated this one. Now, what most people do is people generate the video and then just got into anti-gravity and told it to build them a scroll animation, but that's not how it works, right? You have to first of all convert that into frames, like little frames, which is upon each scroll the frames would shift, right? So you have to create that frame. So what I did was I just go into PDF, like video to like MP4 to PNG. Like just you can go to any of that. You can use MP4 to PNG, and you can use any of that. Just and then just upload. So select 30 FPS and just download the zip file. After downloading the file, you'll get a zip file something like this, which I have here, which is video to PNG, and then you have different all of the frames of that, as you can see here. Amazing, all of the frames here. So that's the first part, which is to generate the MP4 to frames. So as you can see here, all of the frames are in place, and when you scroll, it just has the smoother animation rather than in the video, because the video you have to play back into like 0.2, 0.25, something like that. Now that's just one part of the story. Now the second part is to actually write the prompt in which it will actually build you that smoother animation flow, right? So I just gone to Claude.ai. In the free plan, you don't have to like pay for that because I want to burn my credits. That's why I go into free plan of Claude.ai, and then just told Claude to write me down and full SOP of this format, which is to build me a scroll animation beautiful coffee website. And it just wrote me down a full SOP. Let me just show you that. So here is that. I just told Claude to write me down the SOP, which is write me down the prompt for anti-gravity, telling that I have images of the animation and we wanted to generate the scroll based like scroll telling animation, which is storytelling, for example, animation. Ask me questions so that I can build this beautiful aesthetic website here. Ask me questions now and then provide me the detailed SOP for this that I can paste it into my website. And then Claude asked me some questions which I've answered here. And then it just asked me another questions. And then it just generated me the full SOP here. So I just rewrote it like, okay, this should be in the 50 FPS and then 30 FPS. And then after reiterating the SOPs, I have the final SOP, which is this one. This is the final SOP that I have got at the end with all the color palettes and everything, right? So what I did was I just copied this and then just paste it in right here, which is this one. Now, as you can see, it is the full SOP that I have generated in the Claude.ai file. Now, this is the most interesting part, which is to build the part, right? So now I just told anti-gravity, like I've said, I have used anti-gravity to build me out this one and just error handling for Claude Code. So I told anti-gravity, which is study the SOP and the video.png file, which is this one, all of the files here, and then plan it to build me a very beautiful website, like a very weak prompt. So actually, I haven't provided much instruction here because I have the SOP, the full instruction.